All right, welcome to another edition of Bitcoin Billionaire. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to trade in this current market of a pretty big crash that we made, right? And we had a relief rally. The question is, the relief rally going to go up more? Definitely possible, but make sure to subscribe and like the video to support us. We are making those videos every day now for you. We want you guys to support and like the video so we can continue doing that. But listen, we did have a relief rally a bit here on Bitcoin, and I'll talk about Ethereum as well. And so 17% on Bitcoin approximately. And then the relief rally for Ethereum was a bit higher, like 21%, I believe. So yeah, 21.2%. So that's why, because it was better to open a Ethereum trade, right? So I did open an Ethereum trade somewhere around here, and so then it went up and then it went down, right? And then I just hold it. I did not sell, and then it went back up, and so when it went here, I sold, right? I sold because it was the same price that I buy. So I did not make money on Ethereum, but it didn't make profit. For my Bitcoin trade, let's take a look at that. It's a little bit different because it did not go back to like support, right? So I bought Bitcoin here at the support, okay? And so then, sorry, I bought it here actually. And then it went up, but then it went down. And so I just held it through and it went back up, and I started to selling. Not all of it I sold, or now I don't know it's going to continue there. It's possible. So I sold 80% of my leverage trade in case it continues goes down. I don't want to take the risk. But I definitely will open new trades when it comes back down here at the support. So it's well, I think it's probable that we will go back to like 42,000. Let's take a look at the last time we had a crash. So by the way, we know it's a crash because you look at the 1 day, and usually crashes will go down and touch. Now you can't see it now, but during the crash, while we had the wick there, it did go like all the way here. So, and then because it didn't close on the day, it went back up, but it did go way below the 30. So that was the wick right here. So yeah, let's take a look at the last crash that we had. So now we're looking at the 1 day. Let's go down to 4 hour. When we crashed last time, we went down to 30,000, right? Remember? So this was the crash here. And we reached the PI cycle, which I called that one. There were a lot of clues for this one. I also called this one. If you go to my YouTube channel, I did make a video that is potentially could crash. And so I was being careful, but I still lost money on this trade, even though I was being careful because the crash was very sudden. All right, welcome to another edition. So let me show you the YouTube. I talked about it, right? I said this weekend, Bitcoin will either crash or moon. And it was a crash. So that's what happened. So I did call it. So I also called one before that. I made videos on onto the about this Bitcoin cycle top, and everyone was fighting me on it, saying, oh, it's not a valid thing and blah blah blah. But it didn't crash right away, but it did eventually crash. And that one from the top was quite big. It's bigger than this one. If you top to down, it's like 53%. So yeah, and I actually did a survey on my YouTube channel. You can see. I said, do you believe the PI cycle top indicator is accurate and is the end of the bull cycle? Now, maybe 24% said yes, but most people did not think. They said, no, bull market is keep going, BTC 100K. Everybody thought, but that still did not happen. And what we're seeing, right, I think the pattern here that we're starting to establish is that whales are selling on top. And that's it, because most of the supply of Bitcoin is not controlled by the average person. It's controlled by a few people, and less than 0.3% control most of the Bitcoin. So these whales are selling. In fact, I was sharing on my group that. So I was sharing in my group that somebody, a whale, sold 4,000 BTC. And in fact, 1,500, if you scroll, 1,500 BTC alone was sold in less than a minute. And at the time of the drop. So this crashed all the futures positions in less than 1 hour. Why we saw the big crash. But there were a lot of signs, coming. I think that we saw CEOs starting to, resign from their position because they predicted the stock market would crash, and obviously they don't want to be in a period where a stock market will crash. So many CEOs just resigned from the position or sold some of their shares, and then we did see that if we look at the indicators and S&P 500, we did see that a lot of it was very weakening, not just lately, but it was weakening prior to this as well. So I was definitely keeping track of it, because when we broke the pattern, we broke the support here, right here, we broke it, right? It's on September, and again, it rebounded, went up, and I was like happy about that, but then it broke it again. That was call for concern, so everybody should be very careful. That's why I called maybe we'll have a crash. So what do we do now? Well, I think you just got to play the game. If you want to win, you have to play. So you have to play, and if you lost, then there will be opportunities that you can invest. There are basically, the best solution is to start selling here and here. You can sell some of them here and some there, right? Before, in case it drops back, it could drop back at some point, right? And so then we want to buy it here. But let's look back at the past, right? We went to 30,000, kind of see the pattern here. We stayed there for a while. We consolidated into this region for a very, very long time. So I don't know we will see the same thing. But if we did, let me show you what that might look like here, right? How long we will be before we break through, right? So let's go all the way to here. There we go. And if that happens, right, let's drag this to the current drop, right? If it was to happen like this again, it's not going to match. I'm just giving you an example of what potentially could happen, right? It could be a potential scenario where we consolidate in these levels for a while, right? Between 42, maybe lower, maybe 40, maybe 38, right? I think it's definitely possible. But we do see a lot of support here. Now, this is all dependent onto the stock market not crashing further, which I think they will. So, in fact, I would be more prepared if I was you to have buy orders. I would not go all in there yet. I would say that probably we will drop back to the $29,000 level. This will be the good levels to buy. But it doesn't mean I would not open trades right away, at least temporary trades, I would say. So you could open another trade when we go back down, and then make some money right on the way up here. So yeah, I just think that we will maybe consolidate, but instead of going up, we may just go down. So I think one way to look at this is like this, right? Like you're gonna put the line like this here. I don't think it's going to drop to 30 right away. I don't think it's going to go back down right now and break the support and go down to 30. But you always have to be ready for that. That's a very worst case if the stock market crashes. But it's very possible we do something like this and then break down, go to 30, right? Then go up. Or we do exactly what we did. We consolidate here, maybe in a shorter time period, then we break through, we go back up again. And we go and retest the all-time high. right? And there's a lot of money to be made for those people that are not scared, like to invest. I mean, you know, but I mean, people are going to be more careful, obviously, okay, because they lost money. So I think it's normal. But yeah, if you calculate from here, right, to the back to the top, let's say 55%, that's a pretty good trade, right? So these are good price to buy and hold. You may want to DCA in. You may want to buy some here. You hold without leverage and then buy some here. I think leverage would be safer here if you're going to do a short-term trade. A lot of support at 30. So again, everything depends on the stock market. Anyway, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, subscribe, press the like button. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.